saw that at the gas station, and it looked disgusting.
Let's see.
Are you loosey goosey right now, or did you get loosey goosey in preparation for tonight?
No, I waited till you got on the video, so I will progressively get more loose.
All right.
Cool.
That's why I'm starting with the 15% buzzball.
Yeah, those are. I mean, they'll get you. They'll do the job, but they just taste gross.
That's why I got the chaser. We'll be all right.
All right. Yeah. No, I know you will.
No whiskey tonight, though.
I remember the first time you got drunk.
I think we're all.
Jesus, remember that?
Drunk with you or drunk in general?
No, in general, bro. Come on.
Oh, drunk with us was a story too.
Drunk with us is a good one, also. Yes, yes. I respect that.
Nice.
I respect that too, for sure. But
I don't know what happened the first time you got drunk with you guys.
with us, it wasn't as entertaining as the first time he got drunk, like on his own.
I know
Like,
that one.
do you hear that story?
I know
Okay.
that
Well,
Yeah, you should have heard the story. I tell it better.
you do. No one can tell it like you, buddy.
That's right. That's right.
Right. Are you guys ready to do this?
All right.
All right. Hey.
Josh?
All right. Raise it up, Josh. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers, it is.
Yeah.
I want to give a Mario Wahoo.
Oh, wahoo! Actually, that.
Oh, you know, one thing I wanted to start doing that we didn't do, but we should do is like have the sign up here and then like pass it back and hang it up.
Like a kind of like a
So
trophy,
because
like
you can never
hanging a trophy.
actually read it in the video, like you can kind
can't?
of.
I didn't get to go do my social media.
I think when you have it on 1080p, you can make it out, but it's like still a little fuzzy.
All right.
All right.
But
Well,
there's a sign back there.
That's a good way to drop it and get letters all over your.
I always wondered what that sign was.
They don't pop. They don't.
You can
pop.
never see it.
Here,
have
here,
you?
Grab it.
I said I can't usually read it at all when I watch you guys.
You gotta set it on 1080p and then like zoom in on it.
Ah, that's what it is. Yeah. Gotta get that 4K going.
There you go. Get it up in the front camera.
Oh wait, Josh cannot see us. I forgot.
I wasn't gonna.
It's for later.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was like, why are we doing this? But
so everyone else out there can see it.
But anyways, sorry we were late, Josh.
Yeah.
We kind of got caught up after the movie.
We had a good excuse.
Yeah, I heard about
mean,
you.
as good as an excuse as any.
It was a good excuse.
It's alright. I ain't got no work tomorrow,
I
so we're
needed
good.
Taco Bell.
They had to control the outcome of the game with their minds.
Well,
I was right there with you. I was watching on the phone. I was right there with you.
the thing is, if we wouldn't have gone to Firehouse after the movie, the Lakers would have lost.
Yeah.
Also,
Exactly.
the other thing too is if we wouldn't have gone to Firehouse after the movie to watch the game there, we would have been me and Brad would have been completely useless on the podcast for like the first 30 minutes of it.
Well, it would have been an hour. We were there an hour.
Okay, an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
it would have been the whole podcast.
Our energy would have been lacking. You know this. I've literally seen Jesus get up after a Dodger game and walk out without saying anything to anybody and just leave and not talk to us for
And
2
if
days.
they did lose, it would have been a really weird energy. It would have been like me and Tom
Yeah.
trying to be like, well, what did you think about the movie?
Yeah. I walked out of the bathroom and saw the Giants get a 2-hit home run.
Oh, we didn't care about that.
No,
we weren't even watching that.
And I was like, if the Dodgers and the Lakers lose, we should just call it a wash. Cause
no, we're 10 games into the season for baseball. Like that's very minuscule
Really
compared.
early.
Yes, that's very minuscule compared to what
That Laker
the
game
Lakers
was.
mean to us right now.
Yeah.
I know.
And you guys got to experience the stressfulness of a win or go home. Well, it wasn't technically win or go home for us, but it was
It would have
almost.
put us in a shitty position.
Yeah, so
Well, at least they have until Sunday to clean up all that sweat.
And I just want to mention, while we were in the theater, I placed a live bet for the Lakers minus 5.5, and they won by 6.
So you mentioned this to Tom during, like, afterwards, or both of Tom and Tony. You were like, "Oh, overtime was actually like kind of like a boring overtime." Because honestly, like what we watched, well, obviously we didn't watch the first through the third quarter, so I don't know how that was, but I assume it might have been kind of the same. But it was kind of an ugly game, and so I was saying I'm a little concerned by how bad they played. But I will say, a lot of playoff games are ugly, and the fact that we were able to claw our way through with just playing gritty defense and stifling them, that's a good sign for the playoffs, just because the playoffs games get ugly and they come down to who can get stops and who can just make tough baskets.
No, I loved it. Obviously, we didn't. The comeback would have been exciting. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying in terms of the layman here. Not to, I mean, you know what I mean? Like the laymen here who don't follow, basketball.
I get what you're
saying. Right. So like to see.
So far, I haven't misunderstood
to see us like a 16-point comeback is what I think would have been more exciting for you guys to watch. But you guys saw an 8-point comeback.
Yeah, because it was 8 points when we got in there, but they were down 16.
Right.
They were down 10 when we got there. They were down 10.
Maybe.
First got in.
85. Or it was.
Well, I was checking the score while we were in the movie, and we were down 18 at one point.
Or 80 to 90, I think.
Might have been 83-93. I want to say.
Well, when we first walked in there, I looked at the score. They were down 10. I was like, "Oh shit, they're gonna lose."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I was like, "Oh no, this is gonna suck."
To be honest, I held out faith. I really because I knew we were the better team. I knew we were.
Yeah.
Josh, did you have any rooting interest whatsoever?
No, I mean, not really. I caught it once it was like getting really close to the nitty gritty. I was kind of disappointed to see the foul. I thought that was pretty stupid.
That was okay.
Yeah.
We all kind of erupted whenever we were there. Maybe not Tom and Tony as much because they didn't exactly understand how bad of at the very end descended to overtime. The free throws.
Oh yeah.
Because they fouled the Minnesota guy.
We're up at 3 with.
So why was that not a foul? I'm just
so the reason they called it a foul was because they say that you're supposed to give the shooter space to come down.
It's close out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's to prevent injury. It's to prevent them from coming down on someone's foot.
Yeah.
But he didn't really jump or anything. He kind of just slid. And so he kind of like his foot was already on the ground and he kind of just slid into his foot when it was already on the ground.
Mike Conley's foot moved into him. So that's to me, like his foot, he already established position in front of him, defensive position. Yeah. He gave him adequate room to close out, I think, because he didn't really jump.
No, he didn't.
See, now with this knowledge, I'd have to watch it again and like kind of see. The way I remembered it was he was still in the air.
And then there was a lot of contact afterwards, after the shot was let go, where he kind of like pushed it in, but that's never called because that's after the ball has been released already.
There's another part of the question about where they turned it over to the Lakers. It was, I want to say it was before overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait, why did that happen? Something about it didn't hit the rim.
Oh, okay. There's a shot clock. Mm-hmm. So you have 24 seconds to get a shot off.
Okay.
And so it resets if it hits the rim. But he didn't hit the rim because it went off the backboard.
I didn't know it had to do with the shot clock, but I do know about the shot clock. I just didn't connect the two. I'm not as... Which
is clutch because that would have been a basket.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I just enjoy NBA playoff basketball better than any NBA basketball at any point in time.
Well, I agree. It always makes it more exciting. Any sport, in the playoffs, you know what I mean? Like me and Jesus especially, I think we follow all sports all year round, but when it comes to Dodger baseball, that's when I'm more locked in.
Yeah,
but
that's what stresses me out more than anything.
Yeah.
So, am I in the middle?
Yeah.
You're the star.
Trying to coincide with eyes here.
we have a special guest with us tonight, Josh Lauderdale. He's our boy. previously from the Boys in the Stew podcast
Yeah,
that we used to do.
Back in the day.
not me, but yeah, everyone else.
I wasn't part of it either.
Tony wasn't our friend
You
yet,
were
but
on it, I think.
Tony
I was
would
on
have
it twice.
Tony would have most definitely been on if he would have fucked with us back then, but he didn't. It's not our fault.
No one invited me. What do you mean it's not your fault?
Hey, anyway, we're feeling good. We're a little bit louse in the stew right now, because of the Laker win. So we're feeling good.
Yeah.
We have until Sunday to get recharged.
Yeah. And I'm up $76.11 on my sports book.
Oh yeah, Josh, we saw a guy who won $20,000.
No,
That dude was lying. He was definitely lying.
Josh, that was straight cap.
Yeah, he was
It
definitely
was
lying.
straight cap, but it was just like
But I think he was like fishing for friends because he was like some older Middle Eastern dude or something by
I
himself.
thought he was Mexican, but maybe
I don't know.
I don't think he was Mexican.
Okay.
Regardless of race, he was
Yeah.
capping so
Yeah.
hard. Like he was like, I just won $20,000, and we were
Yeah.
like, no, the fuck you didn't. Shut up.
And then before that, he said, "I just won $3,000 on a baseball game."
No, and that was like when the Giants beat the Dodgers,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden he won another $20,000 on the Lakers beating the
Yeah.
I mean, who would have called a 5-run win Giants over Dodgers? Like, come on.
Well,
That guy.
That guy.
Apparently him.
He
Hey,
was there
Josh,
by himself.
Josh, on another note, bro. Hey, this last week I won $1,109 on my sports book. I know. I cooked him.
You should have told him that. He would have been
You
proud
could
of you.
No,
You
he
could
would
fly
have
me
been
out
like,
to California with that.
that's I pissed that money
Yeah,
or
yeah.
some shit like that.
You could fly me out to California with that money. I could be live in the show.
Well, I told him because he was like, I won $20,000, and I was like, hey, give me $5,000 finder's fee, and he was like, no, my wife took it.
Brad
all.
literally stood up from the table and walked away because he was
Bro,
he was sitting basically right next to Brad.
Bro, did you guys not see that he was scooting his chair back?
I did,
closer,
yeah, I noticed.
closer and closer and
Mhm.
closer
Yeah.
to me,
Yeah.
like as he acknowledged me, and then when I finally responded to him, like he started like moving closer and closer and
Yeah.
closer to me, and I
Well-
was like, this dude's pissing me
And
off.
then when we walked out of Firehouse, he's in the parking lot hanging out with some dudes, and like I was like, oh, he made some friends.
I heard the dude in the dreads. He was like, "Hey, bro, let me get your number."
Yeah.
I think he really believed that he won that $20,000.
Probably.
He's gonna go rob him
You
later.
might have told him more.
Bro. Oh, I guess.
What'd you say?
He's like, he's probably gonna go rob him later.
Dude, that fool left his phone just sitting there on the table. I was like, dude, he's lucky.
Well, he picked
somewhere.
up his pocketbook. I saw him because at first he left his pocketbook.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at first he left his pocketbook, but he ain't got no fucking
He was drunk
$25,000
as,
in
He was
there.
drunk as fuck.
Bro, he was drinking water whenever we saw him.
Well, and then he ordered 2 shots.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think he was drinking before that too. But
He was, I just won $20,000, and I
Yeah,
was like,
he was
shut the
fucked up.
fuck up. No, you didn't.
No.
Show me the
Started
bet
off
slips.
very, very much Arnold there.
if
Wow.
he did, good for him. But yeah, it
Yeah.
sounded like Cap.
Well,
You know what's not Cap?
Tom's here. We got Tom here also. We got Tom here.
I was also here. So we talked about sports betting. We talked about how great the Lakers are.
Are you happy?
I am happy. I was actually really hoping you guys won. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I actually got up and clapped a little bit.
Did you? No, I
When
did
he
not
did
see
the
that.
The three.
When LeBron made the
Yeah.
three?
I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I was like,
Or-
even me who has no sense.
He got up and he was clapping loud
Do you
too. He
mean
was like,
when LeBron made the three to tie it, or do you mean?
No, I think he means whenever
when
Schröder.
Schroeder made the three to put us up.
No,
it was when
when
we
LeBron-
tied it.
Okay,
yeah.
that's when I clapped the hardest. Also,
Yeah.
see,
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know who.
that's also when that guy, that one,
You
the
know
other guy
LeBron,
stood
you know-
up and was like, and I was like, okay, dude, it's not your
the
show.
middle finger up, ice in his veins. That was a little. That was.
It was the
much.
three. It's a three on.
No, but I don't know if you guys watched it, but he had the three, and he had his middle finger out like this.
Oh, Schroeder.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did he really?
Right
Maybe-
to the other
maybe-
team. He was
Good,
right there.
good.
I mean, that's makes it better.
Hell yeah.
for me. But
What is
it's
the-
it's a good night.
What is the significance?
No, he didn't.
besides
It wasn't the middle
three?
finger.
Because
Ice in the veins, so when he holds it to his like I mean,
because I thought it was like
mainstreaming to the
checking his
veins.
pulse.
Well,
like,
so like he's mainstreaming
Okay.
the like it's just a symbol for like I got
Gotcha.
ice.
It wasn't the middle finger, by the way. If you wanna show that to the camera.
Well, you knew LeBron was going to make the play, right? Look at all the green and black jerseys as he drives. Collapses on the king, and he finds.
Josh, hold the 3 up to the vein. There you go, like that, yeah, like that. Attaboy.
Yeah, do the white power symbol on our podcast.
Watch out.
You know.
No, Josh, no.
This isn't.
We're on YouTube, huh?
This isn't Bernie Brand hot sauce.
Whoa, Bubba.
We don't have any sponsors yet.
Whoa, Bubba. Calm down, Bubba.
All right, so
Tom, rein us in. What do you got?
So yeah, let's go on to Unruly. Speaking of that drunk guy who won $20,000, allegedly. Like, you guys got any drunk people stories or
drunk people?
I know you were an Uber driver. I don't usually hang out with drunk people, but like, you guys got any? Tony
probably has more than I do because he drove Uber at night. Yeah. So I only have one. When I was in actual Uber, because I hated picking up drunk people. Yeah. Whenever I did Uber, I avoided it at all costs. But I picked up on a Sunday after Mimosa Sunday. It was a restaurant in town they have champagne brunch every Sunday, and then I picked up 3. They were pretty attractive girls, and they all got in the back seat. And one, let's say the guy that got in the front seat batted for the other team, and was not a fan of what I had on the radio. And it was the NFL playoffs, and he he got right in and like started grabbing my shit and like was like, I don't want to listen to this, and like started touching my radio, and I got pissed at him, right? And so I was like, hey, man, just don't do that anymore. Well, on the way back, he started grabbing my inner thigh and was like, like, no, I'm not legit. Started grabbing my inner thigh and was like, you're kind of cute, He was like, I bet you got a big dick. And I was like,
nailed it.
Exactly. Well, like, I maybe he would have said that to any Uber driver. I don't know, but like, he was right. He just happened to be right in this case. But I fucking didn't like him very much because he made a joke about my gut because he was like, "Oh, I like your gut," and I was like,
thing to say.
"No, he did." He was like, "I got a little pot belly right now."
I don't know if that was a joke. It probably was just.
No, he was like, I'm sure he liked dad. No, I swear, I don't think it was a joke.
Oh, okay.
But like, I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, I get you for sure.
I'm all about flattery.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like fucking.
Brad needs to be wine and dined.
Exactly, like
must
tell
be
me I
wine
look
and
good.
dine before he gets fucked.
But no, he basically was just like, hey, let us all see your dick. You know what I mean? And then the girls in the back seat were like, no thanks, like we're good. Like if you want to tip, don't show us your dick. And I was like, I wasn't planning on showing you my dick, but if you wanted to see it, I would have. But they didn't know, but he was at that point kind of annoying me, and then he could tell that
there's a reason they made him sit in the front,
just
away from them.
To let you know that they did not tip me though.
Yeah,
I didn't tip you anyway.
But they did not tip me. Nobody tipped me.
White bitches.
But didn't you say you picked them up from too? Which is like kind of like you'd think people that go there have a little more money generally.
Honestly, I'm not without relaying too much information. I did not get the vibe that they were going to tip me anyway.
Gotcha.
They were kind of trashy. But just don't. I mean, like as a driver, like you've been a driver before.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're gonna like imply that you're gonna tip somebody, like, oh, if you want to, like, don't show me your dick if you want to tip, like you're implying that you're gonna give me a tip if I don't show you my dick. It's like that's a given anyway. Like I'm not gonna show you my dick, right? Like
yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but I
Maybe
really
let
did.
him see it, man.
I didn't drive. I didn't drive too much at night because I didn't want to deal with the drunk people. You know what I mean? So you have any stories that top?
Yeah,
that?
I have. I mean, I don't know if it tops it, but it's a pretty good story. So I picked up a girl from. Well, I don't even know if I should say the spot, but it doesn't matter. I picked her up, and originally it was her and I think 2 other dudes, and I dropped both of them off at one place.
Wow,
and
Exactly.
then, well, and then she was like trying to. Oh no! Oh! I remember now. At first, they were like, I'm pretty sure one of them was fingering her
in
the back seat. Or like,
were you getting turned on?
Like, no, dude. I was like, please. Please don't do this in my fucking
said
car.
Something?
No, I didn't.
I would say pull your tits out or something.
Okay. He did pull her tits out.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay.
Because-
Now this is a story. Now we got a story.
So, well, at least one of them was out, and like he was fondling it or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And so, he gets out, and she's like, no, I don't want to go to your house. I'm going to go home. And then she was trying to get me to give her a free ride home. And I was like, no. I was like, you can get out with him. I'm
Did she
good.
offer you anything for the free ride?
It was implied, but like
a little,
like sexual stuff. Yes,
little pee-pee touch, or
but she was not attractive.
And you were still like wifed up, right?
And I'm just trying to fucking.
You're a good guy.
I'm just trying to fucking like go and get another ride before the night's over. Honestly,
you're all about your cash.
Like there's like enough time where if I drop her off, like if I stopped if she just got out right then, I could pick up another ride. And I was like, I'll wait. I'll stay right here if you want to request an Uber. And then she was like, "Oh no!" She's like, "I don't have Uber." I'm like, "Okay, get out." And she's like, "Okay, I'll download it." But she already had it. And then so she requested the ride. And so we're over. Fuck, I don't remember where I dropped him off. Somewhere, I think it was off of California in.
This was in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then.
Because you used to drive out of town a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, not a lot, but yeah.
To make extra money, you'd go out of town to like.
I wouldn't do that at night.
Okay.
I had.
Well, you said you went to Slow.
Yeah. I have done it a few times, but I don't like sleeping in my car. It fucking sucks.
Right. Well, yeah, but you said you could make like $400 a night or something.
Oh,
like that.
dude, yeah. In Slow, I made so much fucking
That's
money,
crazy.
and especially because there's a Kid Cudi concert.
Oh, that's dope.
Arroyo.
And so the surcharges,
bro.
Yeah,
it was like fucking 9 times.
Yeah.
Surging. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, and it was like I took something. But to pick them up took forever. And that's a different story. Okay. But just real quick, I just want to say I took them from Rio Grande to Slow, and it was like $170 or something.
Hell yeah!
Which is like a really very short drive. So anyway, so this girl, she's like, oh, so I'm taking her home. She's like, oh, can we go to Del Taco? I'm like, fuck, like no, not really. Then she tries to get me to pay for her food at Del Taco. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying for your food.
You better be
and then
my wiener.
She wanted to, but it was just like, she's gross. She's fucking drunk as fuck. I'm like stark sober. Like like even had I been attracted to her in the first place, it was just fucking kind of gross, So. I drop her off, and then she's trying to get me to like come inside and stuff. I'm like, no, and then like, dude, I thought I was gonna have to drag her out of my car because she was like not getting out. And then eventually she got out, and I was like, oh well, now it's like 3:00 in the morning, so I'm not getting another ride. Dude. But yeah, that was probably the craziest one. There's been people that threw up and stuff like that. But
did you get because it's like $200, right?
Oh yeah,
okay.
I got the one guy I felt really bad for because the girl that he was just helping home, like he paid for the whole ride to drop her off at home and then take himself home. And when we got to her apartment, as he was like trying to wake her up to get her out, she threw up all over the back. And it was all on his account, so he had to pay for it. I'm like, And when I dropped him off, I'm like, hey, dude, you probably are going to want to try to, like, get some money out of her because, you know.
Yeah, tough titties. I mean, that's what you get. I mean,
I was like,
trying to be the hero.
and I told him, he's like, oh, you're going to charge me? I'm like, honestly, dude, I got to end my night now. Like, it's only like 1 o'clock. I got to end my night now. And,
yeah.
like, I'm losing money. So, yeah, I'm going to charge you. So.
So you guys, let me ask you guys a question. You guys all use like Uber Eats or DoorDash, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a little bit.
All of you, Josh?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So do you tip your drivers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you guys are respectable human beings.
Yeah, and I tip them well because I want the same driver to pick up my freaking order every time because he gets here fast.
All right. See, Josh, I fucks with Josh.
You know who
right?
didn't get a $10 order? Mr. Big Boy.
Tell us what happened.
So I ordered. What was it? It was like Friday.
Wendy's. It was
yeah, it was
right?
Wendy's. And I ordered my daughter a kids meal, and I ordered myself a large Frosty, as you do at Wendy's.
Yeah,
And
you can't go to Wendy's and not get a Frosty, right?
So the guy brings me the food, and I open the door. And I don't know if he didn't see my daughter or whatever, but he's like, "Is this for you, Big Boy?" And I was like, "Is the name Tom on it?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Then it's mine." And he's like, "Well, enjoy your meal, Big Boy." And I was like, "Bruh." I don't know if you're like spitting at me or you're being a dick or whatever.
Probably being a dick, yeah. No, and you gave him 1 star for that, right?
I gave him 1 star. Yeah, I was like, "What the heck?"
And he deserves a 1 star. Hey, Sue.
I don't know.
Hey, Sue, tell him about the fucking time that you got like you ordered like $8 worth of fucking Uber Eats, and you got like $35 worth of Uber Eats.
Dude, so one time, one time I it was actually like. It had to have been sometime during the winter because it was dark as hell outside, and it gets dark as hell like super quick. And I just remember it being dark, and this is around 5:30. This is like an intricate part to the story. You'll see why. So it's dark as fuck outside. I order a burrito from Tacos La Villa. Like that's all I ordered was a burrito because I was like, I want a burrito. Yeah, that's it.
You ordered an $8 burrito and it cost you $21.
No, back then, because this was like when I first moved out here, Uber Eats was not expensive at all. Like I would spend like $13.
Yeah, there was no. It wasn't double price.
So the burrito was like $8. I think I spent like $13. Okay. Like that was like the total. So, anyways, the person comes out, pulls up, and I always had it to where I would come outside to get it from them because I don't want them to have to deal with where the apartment is, whatever. Yeah. So I go downstairs, I get my food, and I get the bag, and I'm like, this bag seems a little heavy for some reason. I was like, but the guy asked me, he's like, "Hey, Jesus?" And I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "Okay, here." And I was like, "Cool, thanks, man."
Said your name.
Yes.
Which is crucial because I like whenever I'm doing DoorDash as a delivery driver, I always say the person's name.
Yeah. And so then I get upstairs and I'm like, why is my burrito in a container? Like, why isn't it just wrapped up like it normally is?
Yeah. In foil.
Bro, I fucking open up the container. There's 10 hot Cheetos tacos in there.
Holy shit.
Look at Josh's face.
Yeah.
He's like, what?
Dude, there's
best day ever.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, what the hell? I was like, what do I do? And so I'm Googling like Uber like gave me the wrong order, and they were literally like there's nothing you can do because you already like grabbed it. They already gave it to you. Like they can't take it back.
Cross contamination.
Yeah,
they're just gonna throw it away.
They're just gonna throw it away anyways. So I was like, and I remember it was like on Reddit. Someone on Reddit was like, hopefully your order was equal to or at least equal to or more than what you had already spent, because if not, it sucks. Because it's sucks
so they weren't gonna comp you and send you another person out for free, like send another thing out for free.
No, I mean I let the other person deal with it because like
you're fine with the tacos.
I was fine with the tacos.
He did it. He did.
I got.
What was he gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, but I think in that instance when you get the wrong food, they will send it again for free.
They would. I'm sure they would.
Yeah, they would have. I'm sure.
If
but
he was like, if he was a real Karen about it, I'm sure.
But I'm sure the guy who got the burrito instead of the 10 hot Cheetos tacos was probably did that. Yeah. He was like, "This isn't my shit." But
Yeah,
for
there
me,
were
I
fundies
was
too if you want it.
yeah, and for me, I was like, cool.
Here's the thing: is when I order food,
Uh-huh.
I want to eat exactly what I ordered. So even
I
if
get that,
so, even
Yeah,
if
but-
I got
but
those
it's not
tacos,
always the delivery driver's fault.
no, it probably wasn't his fault because how
I
La
truly
Via
think
is, they don't just leave it out on a shelf like
Right.
fucking like
No,
Chipotle
I
or
truly-
some
something.
places do.
Yeah, I know.
Chipotle does that.
I know, but La Via does not. So
No.
I'm assuming it was the restaurant's fault.
No, I
They
actually
sent
truly
the wrong
think
order out.
I actually truly think it was the restaurant's fault because he said my name. He said
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus,
Yeah.
and I
Right.
said yes.
Right.
So that means
Yeah.
like my name was on that order,
Yeah,
exactly.
but that wasn't my order.
Yeah.
Maybe there was another Jesus. It's possible.
Maybe, maybe.
Could've been.
But
Could've
that's
been.
crazy that, like, especially in your complex,
Mhm.
your apartment complex. You know what I mean? There's
but I ain't
another
gonna
Jesus.
Well,
lie.
there's no way he was taking it to the same Jesus or different
No.
Jesus, and he wasn't. You
Call
weren't at that apartment complex at that point, right? You were at the
No, I was at the
first
first apartment. Yeah,
You
There's
call
no
that,
shot.
You call that a blessing, my friend.
Yeah.
yeah. I was just
You
like,
know.
cool.
Hey,
So I ate.
You just straight up described the best fat dude's dream in my life. I mean,
No, I literally,
Exactly,
hey,
right,
I ate,
exactly.
I ate five tacos that night, and then the next morning I ate the other 5.
hell yeah.
Me,
Hey, bro, this makes me think of Taco Bros, Josh.
Oh, dude.
I haven't had Taco Bros since you left.
now
bro.
you gotta go across town. It's not even. There's not even
Yeah, it's a
here
long
anymore.
way. It's a long way.
I know, dude. But you used to go pick it up for us like every other week.
That's right.
Me and my buddy Ralph wrote a sketch about like someone ordering a pizza, and then when they get it, like it's their order except for it has pineapple on it. You know?
Yes.
And so I'm playing.
Is this going
I'm
to be
playing the guy-
controvery right now?
No.
Okay.
So I'm playing the guy that orders the pizza, right? So I call the place back. I'm like, yeah, I just want my pizza. I don't want the pineapple on it. And they're like, oh, why don't you just take the pineapple off? And it's like, that's not the point. This isn't
Right.
what I ordered.
I
or
didn't
whatever.
order.
So, and they're like, okay, well, we'll send someone out with your pizza. And so like, I'm like waiting and they're like, oh, it'll be like 45 minutes. I'm like, what, 45 minutes? And so they're like, so anyway, so I'm like waiting and looking at the clock and just like, oh, and I, like my stomach starts grumbling.
Because you don't eat the pizza because you're a little bitch.
Yeah, and well, no,
For
well
not
then I
taking
like
it.
open up the pizza and I look at it. I'm like, ugh, and so I like take a piece and start eating it,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm like really fucking into it. I'm like doing a little dance, like yeah, pizza, like, and then like the doorbell rings and I like have pizza in my fucking hand and like put it down and like wipe my fucking fingers off real quick, and then answer the door and the delivery guy's like, oh yeah, okay, so I got your pizza. We just need the return pizza back. And I'm like, what
Without
do you
the
mean?
pineapple?
So there's a
Because
whole
you actually
argument.
picked off the pineapple.
Yeah.
Good. fuck Tony in the story, not the actual Tony, but like Tony in the story. Yeah.
There's a whole argument about why do you need the pizza back? You can't sell it to someone else.
All right. Well, in that case, real
It's
quick.
just company policy.
Real quick, can we go around? Let's go around the horn. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes.
Yes.
Josh?
Absolutely.
Tom?
Most pizzas.
Okay, Tom. Are you gonna be the fucking
I'm
only
gonna
one?
say yes, but I'm just gonna say there are some pizzas. That
All right, so it's unanimous then.
I wouldn't
Okay.
even say most
Pineapple-
pizzas. It's got to be
pineapple
good,
belongs
a
on
good
pizza.
I love pineapple on
combination,
pizza.
but
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I hate how it's been so destigmatized in the
You can
last
put
like.
anything you want on pizza.
It's
Like I
lit-
don't know why people are so fucking.
But no, I feel like it's a social media thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
They-
Well, that's why
they-
Blaze Pizza exists.
yeah.
Because people want to design their own pizza. They don't care what your stereotypes are.
thank you, Josh.
Yes.
Good point.
By the way, mushrooms, everybody.
No.
I like mushrooms, but I don't usually put them on pizza.
That's a biased opinion. Like you can put them on your pizza. Yes, I hate it, but yes. But you know who also apparently hates fucking mushrooms that I didn't realize hated mushrooms?
Mario.
Mario. Mario.
Wearing the hat.
Bro, like. For me, like, should we? Obviously, that's a good segue.
Let's
right?
just
like,
get into it.
You know what I mean? Like, perfect segue. I didn't know that Mario hated mushrooms.
I don't think that's really
I
established.
know that's obviously a new thing in the new Mario. So
maybe it is. I don't
It makes
know.
it fun. It makes it fun.
So Josh, for since you're new to the gig here, what we do usually to start off each movie of the week this week is Super Mario Bros. Movie. $2 hot dog represent. we go around the horn and we say whether or not the movie should be seen in theaters or if you can wait to stream it.
All right.
You want to start off?
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
not watch it all.
Or not watch it at all is an option, yes.
Absolutely go watch it. Number one, go watch it.
In the theater?
I think going and watching it in theaters is not a waste of money at all. I think it was Cineplex amazing.
Okay.
Tom?
I'm gonna say watch it in theaters.
That's it?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
I have more to say about it, but I'll talk to them.
All right. I really feel like I'm gonna be the cynic of this podcast. And I hate that, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna say you can skip it in theaters, to be honest with you. But because part of our agenda in this podcast is to go to the movies, go see it in theaters. But you can wait to stream it, honestly.
I would say go watch it in theaters. However, if you're the type of person that is very easily distracted and does not like having to deal with crying kids, lots of
Did that
noises.
happen both times?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like because it was a
I
kids
think
movie,
that-
like
yeah.
You're gonna get that with
makes
a kids
perfect sense,
movie.
right, Jesus?
Yeah, I would watch it in theaters just because I enjoyed the movie a lot. But
Yeah.
I will say you're probably gonna be, if you're the type of person that hates distractions like that in movies, you're gonna enjoy it a lot.
You do.
It
And I
wasn't,
do, yeah.
It
You
wasn't
do.
that distracting. I didn't feel. I mean, there was moments where I was like, "Oh my god."
Okay, but Jesus has a little bit different perspective because
I-
he saw it twice.
yeah.
And did you feel distracted both times?
Not completely, but
More so this time.
more so this time than the
Because
first time.
we were at a different theater.
Yeah.
For the viewers.
where they come and serve you.
Right, we're at one of those theaters to where they come and give you, drinks, and they give you, throughout.
Guys, what-
During the
Studio
movie.
Pro?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah.
Yes, Josh. We're trying to be more incognito about this, but yes.
Oh, whatever.
No. We fucks with you. Yeah, we were at.
No, but the servers were a lot more distracting today than they were Friday
They were
night.
just doing their
Really?
job. They're
Wait,
just
did
they
you
were
go,
just
did
doing
you
their-
go there
they're
both
just
times?
doing their
Yes.
job.
Okay.
Yes, and they were just doing their job, but they did it a lot more.
It was
like,
sloppy.
They did their job a lot.
They did.
It was sloppy
No,
tonight.
they did a
It
lot
was-
more. They did a lot more noticeably.
They did
today.
too much of their fucking job.
I noticed it was very hectic.
I will say they had.
Tonight.
I will say they had bigger guys serving today. Like when I went Friday night, it
They
was
had a
like
sexy little girl
I
with
know,
tattoos
when-
serving our side.
When that girl, you're talking about Riley.
Riley.
When
it was her second day.
When she came up, she
I heard
took
her.
she
our.
told all of us.
I
she
know.
said
She
our-
didn't tell me because I got cut off, so I didn't get Riley. But fuck.
when she,
You're gonna call out the waitress's name?
No.
well, if you don't know where the place is, then you
I
can't
didn't say her last name.
Anyway,
I didn't know her
So-
last name. It might be Belle. Like going forward, who knows?
Riley Reed.
so
Oh, heyo.
All right, go ahead.
so
You're a married man, and you know that.
fuck, I don't.
No, I fucks with
Oh
you.
yeah. So when she came up, I was like, "Oh great, we have a little tiny girl serving us." I thought it was gonna be her all night. I was like, "She's not gonna get in the way. It's gonna be awesome." And then it was just random people. Like,
No, so
don't they have sections? Because the first
Apparently
couple times
not.
I went there, I got the same server
no,
every time.
So the way it works is she comes to take your orders,
yeah,
but they have different people that come and like actually give you your drinks and
that
your
seems
food.
so sloppy. Why don't they just do it like a fucking?
Bro, every time
restaurant.
I've been there, it's been
I agree.
like that. Like,
Uh,
I agree.
Well, needless to say, their seats are not as fucking good.
yeah,
At
no,
all.
No,
I
I remember them being better, but I guess not.
no.
I think it's because
You can't even lean back.
They're just okay.
You can, but
They're
it's
just
not-
okay,
yeah.
Josh. They're just okay.
Tony,
They're better than fucking standard movie theater seats.
Oh, which like what, like 15% of all theaters have now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, that's gone in a
What were you
way.
gonna say?
Yes. Edwards is the only.
no,
Would
it's,
you watch it in the...
Who owns Edwards? Yes, we need to get to that actually.
yes.
What?
Would you watch it in theaters?
No, wait, watch it on streaming. It's a kids movie.
Skip
I don't
it?
know. Not skip it. No, watch it on streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a problem with that answer.
But go to
would've
the
watched
theater
it
for other
streaming,
movies,
too.
right?
I don't have the same agenda as you of
Okay.
making people.
Well, you know what I do.
I'm much more of a homebody and would watch. I think we just talked about this.
We're trying to
like,
keep the
last-
theater alive here in this podcast in $2 hot dog.
I
Okay.
don't give a fuck. I mean, it's fine.
Keep making movies. I don't give a fuck.
They're gonna keep making movies,
No, they will. I mean,
But-
it's never gonna die.
but no, this one I would say, yeah, it's fine if you want to watch it. Especially if you have kids, they're gonna have a fucking great time watching it in the theater. Like,
Oh, they're gonna have a
all those
blast.
kids were having a fucking great time.
Yeah.
all right.
And when they came out, they were running around.
Yes,
and fucking,
I mean, and listen. So one of the biggest things for me in this movie, I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked over several times to look at my nephew Jackson because we went with my sister rented out a whole row. There were 17 seats that she rented out.
mhm.
I looked over at my nephew who was dressed up in a full Mario costume.
Yeah.
And I mean, for me, like I looked over at him several times throughout the movie to see if he was enjoying it. Like I looked to my left just to see his reaction. And for me, that was the best part about this movie for me. We'll get into the rest of it for me because I'm gonna dissect it. I feel like I'm gonna be more of a cynic. But Josh, since you're the guest, do you want to maybe give a little synopsis of the movie for us?
Well, I mean, I could do my best. That's all I can do.
No, do your best. Do your best. Break it down. Break it down a little bit for us, for the people.
So, of course, spoilers, of course, right? Everyone knows spoilers.
Right. We're gonna get into a little bit of spoiler.
Yeah, I think that there was a part of me that nostalgically brought a lot to this movie. Growing up playing Super Mario Brothers, and it really delivered on that. Starting off, Brooklyn, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's make our own kind of spoof of what we are. They're plumbers, and I ain't gonna lie, I was really happy that they did the Mario like talking way for the commercial that they make, and I was like, oh, that hit me in a really nice spot. Back
I
in
liked
my
it too.
nostalgia.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny.
And then snap right back to Chris Pratt talking as Mario kind of threw me out for a bit, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was Chris Pratt doing the whole Italian accent thing too.
Very impressive. I ain't gonna lie. Very impressive. I do like that they called back. And I don't know if you guys noticed they called back on the 1993 movies and some of those quotes that they did. That was actually
Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo.
giving a little nod to them, and everyone hates that movie for some reason. Like,
No
New Age.
way, dude, for real?
We were just talking about this today before you got on the phone. I was like, everyone hates that movie for some reason, but I loved it. As
Dude,
a
I
kid.
loved it too.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it, dude.
You know,
the Goombas in that were just so great.
Josh, did you see John Leguizamo said that he was boycotting the movie and stuff because there was like no Latino actors in it?
Yeah, fuck him. Okay, so anyways,
Wow. Okay.
I don't care about the Hitler thing, man. I can't stand that dude talking sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's an idiot. So he's a good actor, but he's an idiot.
Okay, well, we'll save that for another time. Go ahead and finish your synopsis because
Now, great movie
You're off
though.
to-
I
you're
think
off to a great start.
I think it snapped back from the whole going into a new reality, taking over, Bowser. Which hot take here, I did not like Bowser in this movie at all. I love Jack
Oh,
Black.
really?
dude, did you say you love Jack Black?
I absolutely love Jack Black's acting, his singing, and all that. It just hits me hilarious. This movie sucked for him.
Dude, honestly, I 100% agree with Josh in this case. I love Jack Black. I loved hearing him sing. I loved hearing him on the piano. But
Did
Bowser's
nothing for him
character,
outside of that.
I agree 100%, Josh. I really
actually
do.
am
I really
like
do.
kind of the opposite. I hated that they were leaning into like, oh, it's Jack Black. Let's make him sing, and
You hated
I
that it was
agree
more.
with
I hated that it was like
it was more kitschy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, let's take advantage of having Jack Black and make him like do his thing, like
His Michael McDonald impression,
like whatever.
almost.
Yeah,
I agree with Tony on this.
Peaches,
Honestly,
peaches.
like,
but
his
I
acting
liked
part of it-
everything else out of him. I thought that
Yeah.
like played decent Bowser.
Okay,
otherwise.
before we get into opinions, Josh, we need you to finish the synopsis.
Okay.
Wrap it up in about a 5-minute segment if you can do that. Just go through most of the movie. You got it.
So anyways,
you got it.
Snap back.
We won't cut you off.
Taking over the Mushroom Kingdom. Luigi and Mario gets separated, which I had a little bit of Luigi's Mansion feel there when he dropped off where he was at.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping they would lean a little more into, but they didn't.
Yeah.
But and of course Mario meets up with Princess Peach, and she's not in distress this time. Woman power, right? And so straight up going to save his brother. And
Josh, you're fucking gonna get us canceled before we even get canceled.
Just
bro.
let him finish, bro. Let him finish.
I love you.
Yeah. Anyways. So goes on trying to save his brother. Of course, also at the same time saving the Mushroom Kingdom. Getting into all kinds of hijinks, meeting up with Donkey Kong, which is a throwback to the old Donkey Kong movie game show where he's playing against the Mario Man, which is the plumber man, I think. They don't even call him Mario in the Donkey Kong game. And, they do the whole stage off, fight off, and it's a good time. I just think it's a great movie. And then the square off against Bowser at the end. I thought they could have leaned a little bit more into the game atmosphere of the square off that they did, but they did a good job bringing it into Brooklyn, making it a little bit more reality based. So all in all, pretty good.
Okay.
And Mario wins and does save Princess Peach at the end.
Of course, when, whatever.
Princess Peach is kind of a badass in the movie.
Is that your whole synopsis?
I mean, for what it is, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit more here and there.
I do want to touch on real quick. I noticed the thing with Princess Peach. I was like, oh, he's not saving Princess Peach. He's saving Luigi. I was like, oh, this is one of those woke things that the Republicans are always crying about.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was cool with it. I thought that whole
Mario
stereotype of always
based.
having to save Princess Peach. Oh, she's not at this castle. Bullshit.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's just. I did notice that. I was like, oh, they're purposely not doing that. I was like, I don't care, but I would have liked a little more Charlie Day and a little more Luigi.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. That was one of my biggest pet peeves. Okay. My second biggest pet peeve was I needed more Luigi in this. I feel like he was.
Yeah.
They kind of like once he got captured, it was like he was. They barely.
They
put
showed
him
him
in the
like 2 more times,
and which
until the end.
I need.
Yeah.
It's Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
And they made it. Honestly,
And he was
I feel like
so
this movie
good.
was so much. It was honestly a little bit more about Peach than it was even about Mario.
Yeah,
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, in some ways, yeah.
In a lot of
I
ways,
agree.
for me, like I wanted more of the Mario
Well,
brothers.
they're setting up for the trilogy
Obviously,
or the fucking
which
universe
brings
or whatever.
me to my next and most important point: that fucking Yoshi was not in this movie.
Well, no, not necessarily.
No, we saw at the end when we saw the egg hatch that Yoshi was gonna be born.
They did have a stampede of Yoshis.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they did have it. They just didn't
Did you
allude
miss that?
to it enough.
No,
So
but
obviously going to be a second movie. For
that's
that.
nothing. Yoshi
I agree,
is
that
its
is
own
nothing.
character.
Yeah, Yoshi is
a
its own
full
character.
entity of Mario.
Well, think
You know
about
what I
it.
mean?
If you're making this, right, Nintendo, this is one of their first movies they come out with. They need to be able to build on it. So if you build it to where you can have a second movie with one of them,
they already
This is
built it.
This is such a massive
you?
hit. This is
But
such
would
a
you?
massive hit already. It's already a massive hit off of its name alone. That
Absolutely.
Yoshi could have been in this movie, and they could have got just as many fucking people to go out and see this movie,
What about number
whether or
two?
not they showed Yoshi.
And they
in
could
it.
have had Vin Diesel voice Yoshi.
Exactly.
I am Yoshi.
I just hated it. I
You
hate
guys
that part. Sorry.
That before we get the second Mario movie, we're gonna get Cranky Kong and Donkey Kong, like their own little like. I don't want to say
Little-
Disney,
I have some problems with that we can go into, but go ahead.
Oh, okay.
but
I was hoping they'd have
Controversy.
more-
I felt that
Controversy.
whole thing. I was like, they're just gonna have like a Minion show, but just about the Donkey Kongs.
Yeah,
About the,
probably.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Hold on, though. They did that in the 90s, okay? Donkey Kong had his own show.
Has
So did
no-
Mario.
I
Donkey Kong video game was better than Mario in the 90s.
I know they
Donkey
already did
Kong
it,
or Donkey Kong Country?
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, I
But-
agree. I loved
it.
There
I loved
were
it.
way too
Right?
many
With Diddy Kong?
interesting
Mhm.
Donkey Kong characters
And Diddy
to
Kong.
not put that much effort in, not to have.
They
Like,
brought
Oh.
in Diddy Kong, man.
yeah.
Diddy Kong was in it for like 10
They
seconds.
didn't even show Diddy Kong at
But
all.
this was a Mario movie.
I agree.
So I'm
So-
not mad that they didn't do that because that's a separate
What did
entity.
you guys think about Seth Rogen playing?
I loved it.
I
You did not love it?
Seth Rogen, but I hated Fred Armisen as.
Really?
I
As Cranky
didn't
Kong?
mind that.
As
I
Cranky
didn't-
Kong?
I couldn't
Yeah.
figure out who it was. I was like, I know that
Fred
fucking
Armisen.
voice.
Yeah, I looked it up.
I looked it
I
up
had
too.
to look it up.
I had to look it up too. But once I found out, I was like, okay, it's Fred Armisen.
To be honest with you, I'm we usually go around and say who our favorite characters are in the movie. And just because we're on the topic, I'm gonna say that Donkey Kong was my favorite character.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh,
For me
okay.
personally.
Jesus?
You got.
Who's
I
your
mean,
favorite
I don't know.
character?
How do you feel about the whole Donkey Kong integration to the movie?
I have
Well,
no.
Donkey Kong is origin of Mario.
Absolutely, I know that.
so-
but like,
I mean, he belongs. I think he belongs.
first of all, did everybody here play the original video games?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
all of them.
Not every single one.
Not all of them, no.
What do you mean? Like you mean
I
like
played-
Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Galaxies, and then the ones
No,
that
no.
have.
Let's start from integration. Obviously, you got to go from Super
Super
Nintendo.
Mario
You got to go
Brothers.
from Super Mario Brothers.
We gotta go from arcade Donkey Kong. That's OG.
Yeah.
No, okay, but he doesn't identify Mario as Mario.
Yeah,
But it is.
We all know it's Mario.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
mean-
he's in this movie.
The guy who created it tells you later too. Like, oh,
Yes,
we're
but in the
making
original game,
for
it's,
Plumber
it's,
Man.
It's
For-
Plumber
yeah,
Man.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
know.
So, I mean, if we got all into fucking in depth about,
Well, we're just asking what
If
games.
we got all in depth about D&D last week,
The only reason I'm bringing that up is because you said let's go all the way back. So I
Okay.
think, did you play Donkey Kong?
yes, I did.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Did you play Donkey Kong, Jesus?
No.
No, you've never played. Okay, that's fine.
I
It's not.
knew that.
Not missing
You
much.
could ask me that. I don't know.
You just jump in a barrel.
Super Mario, Mario World.
Super Mario Brothers is the.
Super Mario. So
Mario Bros.
another thing that one thing that I wish they would have kind of touched on a little bit more is that like I liked whenever they were kind of going through the progressions of the worlds or the levels, if you will,
Yeah.
like the desert world. They showed it for what 5 seconds.
It was very short.
You know what I
lived,
mean? The rock world, 5 seconds. 10,
I mean,
10 seconds.
yeah. It was a pretty short movie.
I understand that.
Yeah.
It's
But
only
it's
an hour
like-
and 30 minutes.
I know that, but like there's so much in the Mario world that could have been
Yeah.
shown, and
Well,
it's
I mean,
like,
Harry Potter.
Well, they're gonna
right.
get
like
more
they left a
into
lot
it.
out in Harry Potter. Like Jesus can attest to that.
Yeah.
But for this, I just feel like they could have touched more than 5 seconds for the desert world or for I don't
Well,
know.
let me ask you. Do you think they made this movie for adults or for kids?
It was definitely for kids.
Yeah.
For kids,
So
yeah.
when you do that,
Absolutely.
you're not going to include all that crap. We'd love to see it, but
Mhm.
it's not going to happen. You know your kids' attention span's not going to make it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you see a lot of Pixar movies, and you see a lot of they're geared towards kids, but they're also they have so many innuendos for adults, right?
Yeah.
So much underlying stuff for the adults to pick up on. I feel like this movie was strictly for kids, which is fine, which is totally fine.
With the attention of knowing the adults played these games as a young man or a young woman.
It was cute. The movie was cute.
Yeah. Okay, Jesus, what's your favorite character?
My favorite character was actually Toad. I like Toad.
Toad was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was fucking.
Did you like?
Michael
Did you like? Did you like his truck?
Yeah.
That was,
yeah.
That truck was
fun.
sick.
Yeah, my favorite character was actually Toad. I honestly really enjoyed the movie a lot, but I went into it with no expectations. Like
Yeah.
I knew it was a kids
That's
movie.
how you should go into it.
And I knew it was going to be short, and actually I actually thought it was a little too short. That's like the only complaint I have about it is
You
I
wanted it
feel
to be
like
longer.
I feel like I could have been like maybe like 20 minutes longer. They could have like put like a little bit more, but more in it. But like that's the only thing I felt like I was underwhelmed about. I was like, because I actually really enjoyed it to the point to where I was like, I wanted to see more, but it was an hour and 30 minutes, so that's typically how long kids movies are anyways. But for some reason it just felt shorter, and I think that's just because
that's on the long end of kids movies.
And for some reason I just felt like it felt shorter, and I think it was just because of how it transitioned so well, like, and it's because I think it had like a video game feel to it, to where it was like levels to it, so you're just like, oh, like he's, you know, starts off like he's in Brooklyn, and then they go through the pipe, and then this and that, blah blah, the Luigi's Mansion, the Mushroom Kingdom, like so it was just it flowed very well, and so I have really no complaints about it, honestly. But I also like wasn't really like expecting it to be the greatest movie I've ever seen. It was just like
I appreciate the Rainbow Road. Whenever they did Rainbow Road to get to Bowser's Castle, I appreciated the allude to Mario Kart to it. I think that was necessary, and I loved how they transitioned, like you said, like from level to level almost. You know, especially from Jungle World to building the cars to Rainbow Road. I like that part about it. Yeah.
So my favorite character was Luigi. And
really?
And I just wish they would have put him in there more. Yeah, I liked his contrast to Mario, how he's, you know, a little more like spooked or whatever you want. He's a little more of a pussy, I guess. And Mario's like the hero. And so I just like that contrast, and I like Charlie Day a lot.
Yeah,
and
I could have done with a lot more Luigi as well. I agree.
There's a little. I think I'm a little biased because I like Charlie Day so much, but Luigi. That's my. Did we already do Josh?
No, we haven't done me, but we're gonna do Tom first. We're gonna do Tom first.
So my favorite character was the wizard. The little sorcerer.
Comic or whatever. Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I looked up the actors. I don't know who that guy is.
Wild card. Yeah, I mean,
but so he was my favorite. But I want to say that my favorite was Mario.
No, I agree.
I really didn't like Mario in this movie, and it's not. It's not anything that they. Well, it is what they did, because half the time they made Mario really awesome. And then the other time the half of the time they made him an absolute chump. Yeah. And
he's got to build up to save the.
But
I like the training montage. I like the training montage.
Mario he's the hero. It would be like if they made a Legend of Zelda movie, and they made Link just immediately get like smashed.
The thing is whenever you play a Mario level, you have to play it multiple times over and over.
No, I know.
And that's what they're calling back to is
I get that.
And then training montage, yes.
Yeah. Well, and
after that
because when he gets a power up, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And
unless he gets the blue mushroom.
Even when he got the blue mushroom, he was still like running away, and like Donkey Kong was trying to smash him. He's like, you can't.
I already know Jesus' favorite part of the movie was whenever Mario got the fucking cat suit.
The cat. Did you guys know? I wanted to
actually, I do love that part. I do love that part. But actually,
I knew you did.
But actually, my favorite part was, and it's just because it's a meme, and it's just like, I didn't chuckle this time, but I chuckled the first time, and I was like the only person in the whole theater that chuckled, and I felt kind of like, damn. But
I got another moment.
Whenever they're on Rainbow Road and he gets knocked off his cart, but then he lands on one of the Koopa's cars, and then he like murks him, and then he fucking jumps on another one, murks that fool, and then fucking murks another dude, and then he like gets on his cart, and then he like wipes his nose. Like that's like a that's like a ghetto thug thing. Like where they wipe their nose, slap.
Honestly, bro, like that's an allude to like ball, like because Jesus is a fan of ball, like, right? So like that's a like if you do somebody dirty, that's that's a flex. It's a flex, right?
He like wiped his nose.
I so get what he's saying.
And I think I don't think they were.
It's with the index finger, Josh. Go across your index.
No.
Well, harder.
Other way.
Longer.
Too. You're
okay.
your
Bro,
hand down.
are you on that white girl or what? No.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
So I don't know.
There's so many nose wipes.
Josh can't see us, by the way.
I don't think they.
No, I'm telling the audience.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't think they intended it to be like him wiping his nose. I think they just wanted to like have him like do something with his mustache, but it just the way it came off, it was
I don't
just
know,
so
bro.
funny because
That
they
was
made
probably
it.
intentional.
They made it seem like
The only thing better would have been
Hard flex.
like
murk
I
those
saw that
fools
Bro, I heard you. That was the only time I heard you laugh.
because dude, it's so funny because I'm just like, bro, like, they really got Mario wiping his nose after he just murked like 10 Koopas.
The only thing that would have been better if he went like.
So real quick before we go to Tom, real quick, the cat thing. There was another moment where I just heard the kid right behind us laugh. Was he's in the cat mode, and then he scratches Bowser and he goes meow, and only one kid laughed in the whole theater.
That was Callie's kid next to me. So like,
No, it was behind us.
No, it sounded like
Maybe-
it was. It
maybe-
wasn't.
maybe-
like he fucking was the only kid that laughed. That
Maybe
hard in the
both
theater.
of them did.
I swear to God, he was like,
Uh,
ha ha.
Maybe it was him then. I
And
know.
I was like, oh shit.
when they showed Diddy
I was like,
Kong,
that wasn't that funny.
and he was going, DK,
but it's a
DK,
kid,
DK.
you know.
I was like, is a kid just yelling DK in the theater right now?
A kid was yelling DK. Yeah.
I thought that was the movie.
Oh no. Diddy Kong was.
Yeah.
No, bro. Someone just they panned to Diddy Kong, which it's. I didn't care that they showed Diddy Kong for 2 seconds because it's not about him.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know.
So a good little cap nod, right? Little cap.
Exactly. Yeah. You know. You got it. You got it.
There's a little Easter egg.
The jungle world. That whole segment was.
We need to talk about that,
For
but
me, that was
we
my-
do need
why?
to do.
So
we
you
do
didn't-
need to do Tom's favorite character.
I
thought
said my favorite
he said his
character.
the wizard.
Oh right.
The
Josh
wizard.
hasn't given his favorite character.
Oh, Josh needs to do his.
Yeah, my character. So my favorite character was Tom. It was the little squid that was all depressed.
Aww.
Little
whole
star
movie,
guy
I
or
laughed-
whatever.
Yeah, I laughed harder at that little guy in the little cage.
It was very funny.
Yes, I was like, oh my god.
He kind of
That's
stole
so
he kind of
great.
stole the show in that segment for sure. He was funny, but like that's kind of weak
I just
for like your
enjoyed it.
favorite
I
character.
enjoyed it. All the other characters
That's a
made
good
sense.
character.
No.
He was
Like,
so-
I disagree.
He was
That's a
so
good
out
character.
of the blue, out of it. Like it didn't. Nobody called for it, and then all of a sudden, there he is. I was like, oh, that's just hilarious.
Is that Rosalina?
Josh, do you know who that
Okay.
is though? Like who is that actual character?
I have no idea. Like
Okay.
I've never seen that character
They're
in
the
Super Mario
stars
Bros.
from Super Mario Galaxies, I
Galaxy,
think.
yeah.
Galaxies?
Yeah,
Okay.
the new one
They
came out. on
they
Switch.
alluded
Okay.
to Super Mario Galaxy 2 when
Right.
Peach goes, "There's a whole galaxy."
Yeah.
So
there.
my sister, whenever I told her my rating ahead of time
Okay.
before we get into the rating.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it right now,
Yeah.
but I told her my rating, and she was like, "Did you even understand like some of the references to like Switch and stuff?" And I was like, "Cause my nephew Jackson was the reason that we
I didn't catch
we
the
went
Switch one.
we went 17 deep to the theater tonight."
Did you guys catch the GameCube sound?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you catch it?
Oh,
Yeah?
I did
I
not
was
because I didn't
excited.
play GameCube.
Luigi's cell phone ringtone was the game tone.
Oh, no.
Boom.
Did not.
Yeah, so
that
that
went
was a
over my
little
head.
thing that
There was lots of stuff.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
I love the scoring. I want to say that real quick before we
Okay.
start getting really negative. I love the scoring. That I think that they were able to implement the Mario songs and make them like fit
Yes.
with the scenery and the feeling, the mood of the movie, and still implement like these songs and make them like an actual film score. And
Yeah.
and they did use a lot of licensed music too, but they scored the entire thing out too, and they had which is I appreciate that. So it was cool. They made it work.
No. I mean, a lot of I feel like they started off for me really strong with the scoring. You know, playing. You know, they had little Beastie Boys going on there whenever they were doing
That soundtrack.
No sleep for
Yeah.
Brooklyn. You know, like I loved it, and I felt like there was going to be a lot more of that, but the sounds were good. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Nostalgic.
like I really don't want to. I'm not going to harp on it too much. There were just some parts for me that I wish they would have incorporated a little bit more for the video game. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm not trying to be too much of a cynic
No.
I did like the movie. I don't want
Let's do it.
anybody
Let's
to
pick.
think.
Let's pick it
Should
apart.
we do it now?
Well, we're past an hour already, so yeah, we
Okay.
should.
So does Josh, as the guest, does he go first or does he go last?
I don't. It doesn't matter to me.
Go first, Josh.
Okay, so your grading scale is S, A, B, C, D, F.
I can screen share with you, and then you can see it.
It's okay. I kind of have an idea what you're talking about. S is, supreme. A,
Right.
B, C, D, E, F. Okay.
No E.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Can you see that?
Frick. Hold on.
Frick.
I ain't gonna lie.
What the
I ain't
frick?
gonna lie.
I missed the frick. I'm not gonna lie.
What the frick?
Shoot, man. This is a bad part.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So
Hold on.
you just gotta give.
No, I don't know.
I'm back.
Did you fuck us up?
Oh, here we go. I got you now. I got it. Okay, here we go. Tier maker. I got you. Oh man. So here's the deal. I have a little graph I brought up of. Can you see me still? I'm sorry.
No. Turn off your camera and turn it back on or whatever.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
I'm gonna do this real quick.
I
Johnny
screwed up.
fucked it all up. We're
screwed
doing
up.
just fine.
I don't know if I did or not.
It might be because you have your screen sharing right now. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, we'll just go right here real quick. I'll just put my tier list in.
Okay. Well, let's hear it.
So,
Let's hear it because we're still
here's
good.
my thing, right? Okay, so I looked up. I just wanted to see what the critics were saying about this, and they're trashing it.
Oh, Josh.
I hate it. I hate that they did that, man. Like this thing is not trash.
The critics all? First of all, have you guys looked at the critics rating?
No, I haven't.
I know you
57.
haven't.
I saw it was like 57 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw some memes.
It's at 57%, dude. That is a
okay,
tragedy.
That's not fair.
And considering that audience is 96%, like that is such a.
I knew it was going to be universally loved though.
I'm somewhere in between there, but
Me
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But Josh, this is your
For
floor.
personally, I would put it at B tier myself. I think it's a great movie. I think it's one of those ones like you'll watch it every now and again. But I don't think it's one of those ones where you need to pull it out every year and watch it again.
Okay. Just a solid B is a rookie score from my scale. So just like you got no B minus, no B plus, just solid B.
Do you want an actual rating?
It doesn't matter.
No,
It's not going to matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
I would
Absolutely
put it at
not. This is-
87.7. Okay.
No, well,
That's so much more specific. Than
that is, and that's a solid B. So you know what? It's your opinion.
Oh, man.
All right, Josh. Whenever you want, you can go back to your camera. It says screen share, and then
You're good. Let me.
we got it on B right now, and we can kind of narrate where it's going from there.
All right, so me next.
Yep.
That's
you
gonna be
go.
This is the biggest
Let me see if I
disappointment
saw
of 2023 for me so far.
Wow, I did not expect that from Tom. Okay.
I was so hyped to go see this movie,
Okay.
and within the first 20 minutes, it was all gone.
20 minutes.
The first 20 minutes of the movie running, all of my hype was gone.
What did it for you?
It just, like I said, I was fine with Luigi being the joke character and the jokey guy,
Yeah.
and I just did not like Mario being
Pussy.
not a pussy, but he had some good tendencies, but it just felt like there were two Marios, because Mario would do something really awesome and then he'd go back to being a loser. And then he'd get a power up and he's like, I'm invincible, I'm amazing, I'm awesome. And then immediately there'd be fall gags again and stuff like that. And it just ruined it for me. I was super cool because it starts off and he's like, oh yeah, like Luigi's being like, oh, we can't be scared of it, or he's like, you can't be scared of everything, Luigi. He's like, yeah, he's like, you'd be surprised, or whatever the joke is, or whatever. And then he fights with the tough guy, and he's like, look how cool I am. And then they go to the thing, and he just he's just he goes to his family, and his family's like, "Oh, Mario," and he's like, "Oh, I'm Mario." So I'm not gonna go too much into it. It really took the wind out of my sails.
That's kind of funny because. Okay, get to your rating.
So I wanted to go into it giving it an A, and I think I'm gonna give it a C.
Solid C.
Okay.
A solid C.
Okay.
It was still a wonderful kids movie, and I'm sure when it goes to streaming, Brighton's gonna love it, and we're gonna watch it 100 times.
For now, that does bring it down to a C.
So I'm honestly, dude, I hate to do it, but like I'm gonna agree with Tom, and I'm gonna give this movie. I wanted to give it a B so bad, so like I had a grade in my head, and maybe I shouldn't do it like this.
No, probably not.
I shouldn't
No.
because I held it to such a higher.
That's what I
standard.
did with D&D last week.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, and it's just and now I kind of agree with what you did, even though I disagree with what you did to D&D.
I know I wasn't being fair
to your bias.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I still like the movie, so I don't want to take away from the fact that this was a decent D&D was a better movie than this.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I agree.
It was a better movie. This movie for me, because it appealed more to kids.
Yeah.
You know, so like it was still like a good movie. Like I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I can't bring myself to give it even a B minus, so that gives it a C plus to me. Probably like a 79%.
I understand that. Yeah.
But for me, it still falls in the C range. I was very disappointed that there was no Yoshi. I don't care that they're trying to extend the franchise. You could have done that anyway.
Yeah.
I wanted Yoshi. I wanted more Luigi. I needed more Luigi for me, for it to be Super Mario Brothers.
Brothers,
You know?
yeah.
I needed more of the levels also. Even if it was just a minute more, 2 minutes more, it could have. Like Jesus said, I think I agree with Jesus that if this movie was 20 minutes longer, you could have done a little bit more extensive
But
stuff.
imagine how crazy you would have been going about the Lakers game if it was 20 minutes longer.
No, that wouldn't even have been a point because like there was nothing I could have done about it. I would have been in the movie.
But when we were waiting for those end credits, you would have been like, "Oh,
I really thought the end credits were going to be better, or the end credit scene.
Yeah.
At least it was just Yoshi's egg hatching.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
And we already passed spoiler alert.
But
and the Bowser singing again, and I was like, okay, he's
no,
singing.
I didn't mind that as much. It's just like
I
because
thought
I like Jack Black.
really,
I like Jack Black.
I was like, really, we're doing that again. He did the. I don't know.
I
think
actually
79's
want
a fair
to say
score.
that I wanted to cut 10 minutes out of this movie.
And you're the biggest cynic about historically about movies being 90 minutes.
As soon as Mario and Donkey Kong fall off that bridge, I wanted them to like be hanging underneath Rainbow Road or something like that, and Peach go. And then Bowser proposed to her.
You didn't like the scene about them building the cars?
No, that car scene was cool, but like when they're in the
when Toad's in like the souped up truck and Toad's
that was all cool. But after that ends, and then Toad and Peach go back to Mushroom Kingdom, and then Bowser's like, bruh, and then Donkey Kong and Mario complain about their dads and build a relationship, and then pick a rocket out of the eel. I felt that was completely unnecessary. I was like, this is the longest dragging moment of this whole movie.
I think the Donkey Kong and Mario like relating about their dad sucking was kind of necessary, but I get everything else being kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, especially because like the scene about them all like at the Italian dinner in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and the
was
dad's
so minuscule compared to the whole movie. It's like I like the scene, but it's like that was unnecessary to like at the end of the movie.
Well, they couldn't dramatize
to
it.
me, it was.
They could have dramatized it a lot more, but it's a kids movie.
But the kids don't understand that.
Exactly.
They're never
exactly.
They're never going to.
And that's why they don't
call back to that.
That's why they don't make it more dramatic because it's a kids movie.
Tom,
Which
I know
does
you
kinda
like an
suck.
emotional attachment to a movie. Like, did you feel an emotional attachment?
No, honestly, that might have been my promise. Even like them, like both of them not living up to their dad's standards wasn't enough.
I'm not gonna make it. I tried.
Okay, I'll go on a rant about fathers.
rant.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on.
Jesus doesn't like our ratings. I can already tell. So
Hold on,
he's
though.
gonna
Okay,
go into
as
it.
a father and living up to my father's expectations, that moment was one of the most emotional moments of the movie for me, and I actually was able to connect it. Like they're like, oh, when like at the end when he's like, "That's my son," like I actually had a tear come to my eye. I was like, oh, that feels great.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's because you're a hero, Josh.
Usually
That's what it
family,
is. That's what
family
it
stuff gets me, but for whatever reason, I just was not into it. I was just like, what? And it,
All right.
it might have been just.
So we got a C. What was it for you?
I had a C too.
C plus. So it's still a C. Jesus,
I agree with 79%. By the way, I don't have any problem with that.
79. I feel like that's
Yeah,
fair because I wanted to give it a B so bad, but I couldn't. So it's. I
So
don't
is
know.
it-
Like I did like the movie, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it again unless it's on or
streaming,
it's in my
available
family's
for
house
free.
on or something. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Jesus, you saw it twice.
Mm-hmm. I would just like, before I say my rating, I would just like to point out that how many movies have we done now? Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
Out of all 11 movies, I am the only person in this group that has stayed consistent with all his ratings and has not later on been like, no, I kind of feel bad that I rated this that because this was better than that. So I just want to point out real quick that I'm the only person that has ever stayed consistent with all of his ratings, and I've never once used arbitrary little things to be like, you know what? I want to rate it.
They're not
this."
arbitrary. They're not all arbitrary. Arbitrary means it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't.
Okay,
It doesn't.
to you, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Arbitrary means to you, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry that I want Mario to be cool.
No, but you didn't play Mario, right?
I played Super Mario 64.
Okay, that's it.
That's a good
Mhm.
one.
You played one Mario video game.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm really
there's
interested-
probably
I'm
like probably maybe 20 Mario
Somewhere
video
around
games.
there, yeah.
Okay, and you played one.
I'm
So it's
interested
not
to hear
arbitrary.
what
It's
Jesus
not
says.
arbitrary. First of all, but go ahead.
It is arbitrary, but anyways,
To you,
It is arbitrary.
To you,
it's arbitrary.
To you.
But anyways, no, it's arbitrary.
to you,
No, it's arbitrary.
to you.
It's arbitrary.
Well, there's 5 people. To you, it's arbitrary.
It's arbitrary.
Okay, go
but
ahead.
anyways,
It's
I don't
arbitrary.
even know
it's
what's
arbitrary.
in-
But anyways, like I
what's
said,
It's the keyword of the night.
I'm the only person that has ever stayed consistent with all of my ratings throughout this whole thing.
Good for you.
To me, it's a solid B, just because I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of
We
short.
go down here, sir. That's 2 seasons.
No, let him finish. Let
No,
him
that's
finish.
2 B's
Let
and
him
2
finish.
C's.
Hey, let Jesus finish. Let Jesus
I
finish.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of short. That's really the only complaint I have. That's why I think it's funny that you want to cut out like 20 minutes off of it. Or
said
did you say 10? You said 10. That's why I think it's funny you want to cut out 10 because I would have rather had 10 more minutes onto it.
I actually agree with that.
But
20, I could go another 20 minutes of it.
But I think it's a solid B just because, again, I went into it just expecting it to be a kids movie. The only other time I've ever gone to a movie expecting it to be a kids movie was Puss in Boots, and it like completely blew me away.
What about Sonic?
Sonic, it's exactly what I expected it to be too. Kind of like with this.
I
with
really
Mario.
want to say to Jesus' point, the last animated film that I watched was Inside Out, which is an Academy Award winning film, right?
I don't know. Was it?
Yes, it was.
I didn't know that.
It was. Before that was Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots would have been an S for me.
Yeah, Puss in Boots was.
Okay.
nice.
I thought you were saying it wouldn't be an S for you before.
Okay,
It would have definitely been.
listen.
an
After
A or an S for
after
me.
watching this movie,
See, exactly. See, he would have given it maybe like a B plus or an A, but
Yes.
then he would have sat up here during this podcast and been like, after watching Mario, I kind of feel bad. I should have rated Puss in Boots an S.
No, I
Hold
wouldn't
on.
have. It
Hold
doesn't,
on.
and it doesn't make it arbitrary either, because
Also-
arbitrary means it doesn't matter.
Also, it's it's valid to compare it to
No, because
to other things that are in the same
Puss in Boots was a
category
way
as
better.
it, like
Puss in Boots was above and beyond.
Yeah,
for
Puss
an
in Boots
animated
was
film.
amazing.
Puss in Boots was great.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
Can it-
and I
Not-
would have
not
rated it an
just-
S from the beginning.
And I've been
Okay.
me and Jesus have agreed on this consistently. Not just for a kids movie, it was a great movie. Like,
Yes.
it just was a great movie.
And I
was-
would have rated
was
it an
great.
S from the beginning. What I'm
great.
saying is, some of you would have not rated an S,
I
and
would
then
have given
later
an
on
A or
would
an
have,
S.
and later on
somewhere
would have
in
been like,
there.
oh, I
Can't say
should have
that
rated an
because
S.
You can't say that. That's not fair to say.
Well, that's fair because
It's not fair.
Right now we come into a fresh year and we're like, oh, we're all excited. Everyone gave Missing a really good score. I think if
By
I
the way-
could watch Missing, I'd be like,
Josh, did
I
you
was
watch
probably
Puss in
wrong
Boots?
about that.
Puss in Boots?
But that
I did.
that
I
there and
did.
again is why we're gonna go in at the end of the year and do our.
And-
Should we have rated this?
And
should
my
we have
ratings
rated
are
that?
probably not going to change. They're
Okay.
probably going
I want to
to be
know
exactly the
I
same.
want to
'Cause
know where Josh would have put Puss in Boots.
So, real quick though, Inside Out, best animated feature, best
Thank you,
original
Josh.
screenplay.
Thank
I've
you,
never
Josh.
seen it. I'm gonna have to
I fucks-
watch
That's
that.
why I fucks with you, Josh.
I'm gonna have to
Thank
watch
you.
it.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is
Thank you.
amazing as far
One
as
of the best
animated.
animated films
Okay.
that I've ever
Okay.
watched in my entire life.
Puss in
Is it
Boots,
be-
definitely,
Yes,
definitely up
yes,
there. A
yes.
tier, possibly
Yes.
S tier.
I
It's an S
agree with
for
that.
me. It's
I
an
agree
S
with
for me.
that. So
But we're not rating that.
is Upside Down better than Up? Because
Inside Out?
I could not.
Inside Out.
Sorry,
Inside Out.
Inside Out. Inside
I think-
upside down.
Up for
and
me is an
round
A.
and
To
round.
answer your question just really quickly, because we're talking about Mario. So up for me is an A.
Equal.
Inside Out is an S for me.
I'm gonna
I
say
think-
I couldn't
think they're
get through
equal.
the beginning of
Equal
of Up.
for you, Josh?
Yeah,
Up
equal.
was so boring
Okay.
to me in the beginning, and I
Up
didn't
was?
get into. I never got into the full movie.
Oh
because
well, you're just
it's such a slow
you're
start.
just dead inside.
it
then
is a slow start.
you're just dead inside.
It's such
both of you
it's
are
a
dead
slow
inside.
burn.
Both of you are dead
It
inside.
is a slow.
I
burn.
wanna watch it, but you know me, I fall asleep during movies, and when a movie takes
You
that
didn't fall
long to
asleep
get,
tonight,
I did
did you?
a little bit, yeah, dude.
Well, we're getting a little off track though.
Well, we gotta
No,
address.
no. This actually isn't off track because Tony falls asleep in every movie.
almost every
Oh,
movie,
that's true,
almost
that's true.
every
Falls
movie,
asleep.
almost.
He does. He does.
But did you fall asleep?
During Mario?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Dang.
a little bit.
Can we find a
only,
movie he doesn't sleep in?
only for a few seconds at a time during several different scenes.
Would you sleep through Saving
Did
Private
you
Ryan?
rate? Did you rate this yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
No,
let's
he's next.
let's,
He's
let's
next.
go for it. Let's go for
Oh
it.
wait, we didn't
Um,
finish with Jesus. We didn't finish with Jesus.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, Jesus gave it a B.
Well, yeah, but he didn't explain. But go ahead. Okay.
No,
Tom.
go ahead.
Everybody else's opinion is arbitrary, so it's fine.
I think that he explained it. I mean, I'm
Continue.
gonna honestly, and I am comparing it to Puss in Boots because
Puss in Boots is excellent.
what else do I have to compare it? I mean, other kids movies.
Sonic.
Um,
Sonic's its big competitor.
And Sonic is probably around the same. Well, Sonic 2, I think is. I didn't see the first one. Sonic 2 is probably around the same. I'd put them probably both at C, personally.
This
I like
movie too?
Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
thought Sonic-
you know, I liked this movie. I did like
yes.
it, and I don't think C is that bad. I feel
don't
like
either. I
I feel
really
like
don't either.
I feel
I
like
like this movie
a lot
too.
of people think that C is bad. To me, C is like pretty good.
Yeah.
Once you go down to D, it's like okay, now you're in the bad territory. C is like the standard. Like once you
I'll
go up
admit a
above
lot.
that, and S is like what's ever gonna hit an S? Let's face it.
Yeah. Gold tier,
We're-
maybe Castaway, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, maybe one of those. Agreed.
Which is also
maybe
subjective,
Air.
also.
Yeah, yeah.
Air
We
is
don't
next.
know.
Air is next week.
We might all give Aaron S.
I would say that
I
if
hope-
if a movie's gonna get an S, it's probably gonna be like a based on a true story movie.
Could be.
Yeah, as long as they portray the characters
Could be.
correctly.
Because
yeah.
I think A Man Called Otto was our closest.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
very.
I don't-
I think a
I
man
think-
called Otto should have been
I
an
think
S.
that was universally. I honestly don't remember.
I gave it an A, and now I feel like it should have been an S. But
Stop proving Jesus' point.
yeah.
I still would rate it an A to this day. So I'm just you guys are keep proving my point every single podcast.
What point?
Okay.
That we make up our scores.
That's fine. Who cares? Who,
Yeah, it's
That's-
everybody's
dude,
entitled to their opinion.
It's
and
opinion based. I don't know why what
It's-
point are we proving really? Like
There's no point. I feel like I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion all the time, and I feel like we should stay true to that.
I'm just gonna say my fucking opinions change all the fucking time. Like I'm gonna just admit I'm a fucking human being. I'm sorry.
They also change based upon the next time you watch the movie too. You know what I mean? Like,
Agreed.
You know, you might watch a movie, and the next time you watch it, it might be better or worse to you.
But real quick, I do want to just, and doesn't even affect the rating that much, if at all. Is the Donkey Kong world was so bad. It was so bad.
We should have fucking talked about this before.
I know. I wanted to get into it, but we were talking about so much juicy stuff.
Yeah.
The whole like whatever Maya or Aztec like thing they're going for is like not even a thing in Donkey Kong at all. So I don't know where the fuck they pulled that out of their ass. You know, I liked Cranky Kong. I liked I don't know. And they just basically were setting up Mario Kart is all they were doing with that. And Donkey Kong has nothing to do with Mario Kart. Like
except that he's in Mario Kart.
Besides that he's in it. That's all. And
I think bringing it in is them going like, "Hey, we can split off a franchise with this if that part of the movie gets a good rating."
Yeah.
I agree, but the whole setup, so the whole thing is like they're in a like Donkey Kong Country, like yes, they're in a jungle, but there's no like Aztec or Maya civilization type things at all. Like
Illumination probably just already had the assets.
Yeah.
The assets of fucking Cranky Kong wearing a big fucking headdress?
That was probably easier to make than the background.
I think it was just easier to depict it to children that way.
I get what you're... Well,
I mean, if you... Donkey Kong Country, there was a lot of that kind of aspect in it, you know what I mean?
No, not really.
Yes, there was. Like, it was... I mean, maybe it was more jungle, obviously, because it was the jungle world.
You're not thinking about Jungle Book.
Dude, there was no there was nothing like that in Donkey Kong Country.
The first no.
That's all I remember.
Okay,
Minecarts.
That was okay. So the first
yes.
island. You know how they switch islands, right?
Yeah. You go.
So
to
the first
different
island was all about that, though.
No.
Yeah, it was.
No.
You bang on like I mean, there was a lot of mine carts.
Mine carts, yeah, but we're talking about like Aztec and Mayan, like how they had like the fucking Mesoamerican shit. Like that was not.
I don't know where that came from, and I really don't care.
Okay, so I agree with you on the aspect of like the whole kind of temple, thing. You know, whenever they like make a theater, basically a fight theater, that reminds me of like kind of like a Mayan Aztec kind of.
Well, and then just the statue, the big monkey statue thing they live inside, and the headdress he's wearing and all that, it's all like Mesoamerican type of shit. And I mean, that's fine. It's just like it seemed like they were just setting up the Mario Kart thing, and they didn't really give Donkey Kong any justice for being its own thing.
Yeah. I agree. I think they were just like, what goes with the jungle and Aztec.
And again, that criticism, this was a Mario movie, not a Donkey Kong movie,
right?
So it doesn't really change my rating that much.
But you didn't like Donkey Kong.
What do you mean?
You said
I didn't like the character.
Okay.
I didn't like. So the character was fine. I didn't like Seth Rogen playing him. I thought that was super fucking weird. I didn't think his voice fit Donkey Kong, and I don't know why exactly, because all I had to base it on is just fucking before this is someone going oh like that kind of shit. So there's no reason, but to me it just was like Seth Rogen. Like
they did the trademark laugh too.
Yeah,
at one point, which was kind of like, okay, we get it, you know.
So I mean, you know, whatever. I don't know. That didn't matter that much. Realistically, I would have put this movie in a C regardless of that. I start movies out at a C and go up or down from there, and I think this just kind of stayed where it was at.
Well, maybe it'll age better for us over time.
Maybe, yeah. I think I want to make a prediction right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second Mario movie is going to be way fucking better than this one.
I agree too because it's gonna have I hope a lot more detail. I hope it's gonna have Yoshi in it a lot more. I hope it's gonna have Luigi in it a lot more.
This is what third Nintendo in a kind of situation.
What was the first one?
Didn't they do? It might be the first. I don't know. Nintendo doing their movies. I think this is a great start off if it is the first.
Mm. So they can incorporate Pokemon. They can incorporate like all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see where it goes.
I'm excited for the future of this. I will say that it's not like that. Again, I didn't hate this movie. I liked it. Yeah. I was entertained. It's just
you came in with an expectation that wasn't met.
I think that's what hit me too.
And that's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Pixels was the first, by the way, Nintendo movie.
What is it?
Pixels.
What the fuck?
Pixels.
That was a Nintendo movie?
Yeah, well, it had Pac-Man.
Yeah, I know. I never actually even watched it.
Can we just give like a little bonus because Josh is on here? I want to know what he thought about D&D.
Have you seen D&D yet, Josh?
I didn't get to watch it.
I'm
sorry. I wanted to watch it. I just haven't had the time.
Well, you watched John Wick though, right?
No, I didn't get to watch it either.
Wait.
Bro.
I thought you watched something else.
I watched The Northman.
Oh.
Okay, well we have you watched anything on here that we have that we've graded so far?
Pull that list back up. I don't. Let me. Actually, you know what? Don't pull the list up. Let me look up real quick. Continue talking while I look up your guys' list.
I can just.
We can say it off real quick. We got Missing. We have A Man Called Otto. We have Knock at the Cabin. We have Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of them, bro.
What about Creed 3?
Creed 3?
No, I haven't watched any of them.
Sick.
The last movie I got to go watch in theaters with anybody was The Northman, and then the one
that was
with,
us.
The one with what's his face, the pretty boy.
Rob Bell?
No,
the singer. What's the singer?
Don't Worry, Darling.
Yeah, Don't Worry, Darling. Yeah.
Right.
That was the last movie I watched when I was in California. I don't get to watch movies anymore, so it's really a bummer.
Watch Barbarian when you get a chance on HBO Max. It's a horror movie, so no kids.
Oh, I love horror movies. When are we gonna start doing horror movies on here?
When they start coming out, which is gonna be like in the
October.
summer through October is when most of September, October, and early November is when
Speaking of which,
most of them come out.
A24 has got a new horror movie, and
there you go.
I want you to do homework, Tony, and just watch the trailer.
What's it called?
It's called Talk to Me.
A24 has been kind of going a little.
I agree. Like A24 is so hit or miss.
They didn't used to be. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We need to fucking wrap this shit.
We
up.
do because I have to pee so bad, and
we're an hour and 33 minutes.
I ran off of stage and went pee. I ain't gonna lie, guys.
No. It's all good.
All right.
We do that all the time.
Thank you, Josh, for coming on.
Yeah, thank
we
you
hope
so
to
much,
see you a
Josh.
lot more.
We want you back for sure.
Do you wanna plug yourself? Where to follow you at?
Yeah,
Twitch
social
or wherever?
medias, anything.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you can follow me when I do stream. It's on Brixius at ttv.com. That's on Twitch, of course. And then I'm on. I used to have a Facebook. Get kicked off. They don't like me no more there.
What'd you do?
I got hacked, and a hacker put up an ad that cost me $35 and got me permabanned. So that was awesome.
Permaban.
Couldn't even fight it. They were just like, "No, you're out. Bye, peace, deuces."
Damn.
But I am on Twitter at Josh Lottie, and the same thing at the real Josh Lottie on Instagram.
Awesome.
__ La Flama Blanca _ That's me, baby.
Blanca, that's you for sure.
You already know.
I love
Jesus,
it.
you
I
got
love
anything?
that name, by the way. I'm so upset.
No, they've heard mine already.
All right. And I'm 1990, and make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that shit, comment. Tell us what you thought about this movie down in the comments below. And then give us a review on Apple. I realized that the Apple stuff isn't working yet, so it should be working by the time this is posted. So
That's bad.
it should be working by the time this episode is posted. So go on Apple and give us a review.
$2 hot dog.
$2 hot dog.
$2.
That's what it is.